Have you ever just stopped and wondered what's behind some of the world's most incredible achievements? From massive global companies to tiny local startups, there's this invisible force that somehow organizes all the chaos into success. Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain on that force, management. And trust me, it's way more dynamic and creative than you might think.
Okay, let's start with a giant, the Tata Group. Founded way back in 1868, this thing is a colossal business empire, operating in over 100 countries. Now, you don't build and sustain something that huge, that successful, just by accident. Something is holding it all together.
Now, let's flip the script completely. Let's talk about Smita Rai. She saw that women in her district of Namchi were often jobless, so she took her hobby, candle making, and turned it into Namchi Designer Candles. It's a 100% women-run startup that is literally empowering her entire community. A totally different scale, but just as impressive.
And then you've got the famous Dabbawalas of Mumbai. Every single day, these guys deliver thousands of home-cooked lunches across a ridiculously bustling city. And they do it with a near-perfect accuracy rating. A rating that most high-tech logistics companies can only dream of. It's just mind-blowing.
So you have a global giant, a social enterprise, and a hyper-efficient delivery network. I mean, they couldn't be more different, right? So what's the common thread? What's that invisible force that connects them all and makes them work so well?
Well, the answer is management. And I know what you might be thinking. Spreadsheets, boring meetings, right? But it's really not. At its very core, management is this dynamic, deliberate process that turns goals into reality. It is the engine that drives success, no matter how big or small the operation is.
So let's get right to the core of it. What is management, really? Well, it all boils down to one simple idea: getting things done.
Okay, here's the classic definition you'll see everywhere. Management is the process of getting things done with the aim of achieving goals effectively and efficiently. Now, those last two words are absolutely critical: effectively and efficiently. They sound kind of similar, but believe me, they mean very different things.
And this is where it gets interesting. See, effectiveness is all about the what. It's about doing the right task to hit your goal. If your target is 5,000 units and you hit it, hey, you were effective. Great. But efficiency, that's all about the how. It's about doing the task right. Did you use the least amount of money, time, and resources? You see, you can totally be effective but be wildly inefficient, burning through your budget and your people just to hit a deadline. The real art of management is finding that sweet spot, that perfect balance between the two.
So how do managers pull this off? How do they achieve this balance? Well, they use what you could call a toolkit of 5 core functions. It's like a continuous cycle of activities that keeps the whole organization moving forward. Let's go back to Smita Rai's candle business. It's a perfect example. First, she does some planning. She decides to create a special collection for the Diwali festival. Smart. Next up is organizing. She's got to figure out, okay, how do I get more funds, more raw materials? Then comes staffing. She obviously needs to recruit more workers to handle all the new orders. After that, it's all about directing. She has to lead her team, motivate them, and keep them on track to produce the candles on time. And finally, there's controlling. She's constantly monitoring the process, making sure the candles are high quality and that those deadlines are being met. And then the whole loop starts over again for the next project.
Now, if those 5 functions are the main ingredients, there's one more thing that's absolutely essential to make the whole recipe work. It's often called the essence of management, or the secret sauce: coordination.
To really understand what peak coordination looks like, let's talk about a concept called Six Sigma. In the business world, this is a quality rating that basically means you are near perfect. We're talking only about 3.4 mistakes per million chances. It's an incredibly high bar to clear. And what's amazing is that the Mumbai Dabbawalas achieve it, not with fancy tech, but with flawless human coordination.
So what is it? Well, coordination is the force that synchronizes all the moving parts. It makes sure the marketing team isn't promoting a product that the production team can't actually make. It's like being the conductor of an orchestra, making sure everyone is playing in harmony, all working towards one single unified goal.
This quote by Theo Hyman just nails it. It's not just about working together, it's about the orderly synchronizing of efforts. It's about getting the right amount at the right time to get the right quality. It's all about precision.
And the more complex an organization gets, the more vital coordination becomes. As a company grows in size, you need it to bring all those new people together. When you have different departments, you need it to link their separate activities, so finance and marketing are actually on the same page. And when you have lots of specialists, you need coordination to blend all their different expert opinions into one cohesive plan. Without it, the bigger you get, the more you just create, well, organized chaos.
So we've got the core concepts, the functions, and that secret sauce. But let's zoom out. Why does getting this right matter so much? Not just for a company, but, for all of us.
Think of it like a ripple effect. Good management, first and foremost, helps a group achieve something that would be impossible for any one person alone. By doing that efficiently, it creates value and avoids waste. That then allows an organization to become dynamic, to adapt to change instead of falling apart. And that's not just good for business, it helps the people inside it achieve their own personal goals too. And when you have lots of organizations doing this well, that's the final ripple, a thriving society built on better products, more opportunities, and shared success.
So that brings us to a final big thought. We've seen that management is a deeply human process of planning, leading, and coordinating. But as technology races forward, with AI and automation taking over more and more tasks, what does that mean for the future of human management? What skills will be the most important for the managers of tomorrow? Now that's something to think about.